Alright everybody, what happened? We have reached 1000 subscribers. Woohoo! So I just want to make an appreciation video to thank you and spend some time connecting with you. First of all, I want to thank all of you for your continuous support. I hope the content that I make is helpful for you in any small way. To return the favor, I want to do something quite special for both me and you. But before that, let me share a bit about the Kind Jujubes story so far, okay? So first off, a little bit about myself. Who am I? I am originally from Malaysia. I first came to the USA about 10 years ago to pursue my tertiary education. And then after that, I was lucky enough to get a job here, and I've been here in the US ever since. So I am a US immigrant. I'm living abroad from home. So how did the Kind Jujubes YouTube channel started? So about 3 years ago, at the end of 2020, when we're in the middle of COVID, I had more time on my hands, right? And I've always subscribed to the philosophy of leaving the world a better place than when we have found it. In the back of my mind, I was constantly thinking, oh, you know, how can I contribute to that, right? And then slowly, as during COVID, using YouTube as a platform to share my knowledge slowly became something concrete. Like, oh yeah, this is something that I can do. So I said, why not? I took the first step. And then in terms of how I can contribute, what value I can bring to, I think of the primary audience that I can help, right, is me from 10 years ago. Someone who is just starting out, coming to college, leaving home for the first time, right? Or someone who also just graduated college, coming out to work, right? That image of a person was the target audience that I had in my mind, like, right? So after, you know, coming to the US and going through college and working here, you know, I've struggled a lot and learned a lot along the way. And then I felt, oh, you know, like if there was someone giving me this advice, the journey would have been smoother. So I said, okay, yeah, that is the value that I can provide. So that's how the Kind Jujubes YouTube channel started. So a little bit trivia here. How did the name Kind Jujubes came about, right? First of all, I'm gonna admit that it's not the most recognizable name, not the most searchable name. It's not good for SEO. Since my channel was about you know, sharing information of value to you out there, it is I think a kind act, right? So yeah, so the first letter kind came from there. And then the second part, Jujubes. Now Jujubes is a Chinese red date. It's very common in Chinese recipes, especially soup. In Chinese it's Hongzhao. So this herb, this Jujubes, right, has a lot of nutrients and it's really nourishing. And then also it's sweet. So I thought this little fruit, or this little food, which is sweet and nourishing, is suitable, since I would like my channel to be sweet and provide content that is nourishing for your life, right? So there you go. I stuck the two words together, Kind Jujubes, and then boom. Now, for those of you that may be newer here, what have I done on this channel so far, right? If you look at my channel page, it's a little bit all over the place. I have some cooking content, I have some finance content. So I started out by sharing, you know, vegetarian cooking videos. So the idea there was that, you know, like when I first came to the US, I don't know how to cook, you know, like I didn't know how I survive. Yeah, I figured a lot of college students, like, you know, me from 10 years ago would need some tips like that, right, on how to make like basic meals, right? So I started with that, and you may ask, oh, why vegetarian, right? So that's just because of my Buddhist influence. I subscribe to the idea of being kind, being caring for other species besides our own as well, right? So all sentient beings. But nevertheless, I want to make a disclaimer here. I'm not a full-time vegetarian, but still I very much advocate, you know, like whenever we can, we have a, you know, vegetarian meal. I realized that when I was starting out to try vegetarian, the diet of being a vegetarian, there was a lot of like unknowns for me, right? So after going through that journey, I feel, oh, you know, like I can show the people that, oh, actually, this is how we can eat healthily as a vegetarian, and how easy it is to cook, you know, vegetarian meals. So yeah, so I shot a couple vegetarian videos, and then sometime around 2021 came tax time. I knew about I guess, a very nuanced tax situation which I don't think a lot of people knew about, and that was regarding the ESPP benefit. If you work in a big company in USA, you would have that benefit, and there's a very tricky tax situation that would cause you to overpay in taxes, right? So yeah, I guess I just jump on it without any much thought. The finance part was like a second leg of the Kind Jujubes story so far, right? So you see the past year or so, I've been mostly posting videos on like how to do your tax properly, how to save money, where to invest money, things like that. Plans for the future with this channel, like I think right now my intent is still to use this channel as a platform to share information that adds value to your life, right? Most of this content comes from things that I've gone through myself, right? Lessons that I've learned. And then also on top of that, I would like to add more hobbies of my own. For example, recycling and the challenges there, right? Anyway, I do plan to make a video on that sometime in the future, so watch out for that. Thank you. Hope you keep watching. Now it's time to celebrate this small achievement, 1,000 subscribers. So to thank all of you, on behalf of all of you, I would like to make a charitable donation to a favorite charity of mine. So this charity is called Charity Water. So what they do is they go out to developing nations all over the world, right? And then they engage with the communities and help them build clean water wells, right? Such that they have a clean supply of water, right? So you'll be surprised that a lot of people still in the world that do not have access to clean water. And clean water alone can enable so much, so much of life that we take for granted in the developed nations, right? So they are pretty legit charity organization. You can check them out. I'll leave some reviews in the description box below. And then so I would like to donate $50 for this small celebration on behalf of all of you. So thank you. And then on top of that, I would like to invite you to join me in making a donation if you can. So I'm running this campaign to celebrate this small achievement, and so any small amount counts. The amount doesn't matter, it's the heart that counts, right? If you like to give a donation, right, you can head down to the link that I'll share in the description box below, or somewhere in the top right corner here, right? And then you can make a donation there. So I have set a target for $100. We have 1 month to raise $100 for clean water for everyone in the world. I encourage you to do so, but don't feel pressure. So if you do, I thank you very much. May this small deed of generosity, may the energy and the merits generated from this act, may they be shared, by all sentient beings of the world. May all sentient beings in the world be happy and be well. Okay, well, yeah, that should be it. Over here, it's around the New Year's, right? So I wish you all Happy New Year. And tax time is coming soon. Again, if you work in a company that has RSU benefits, right? You want to watch out for some tricky tax situation there as well. You might be overpaying for taxes on that. So you can check out, no, actually it's not here. Check out this video here to learn about how you might be overpaying in taxes and how you can avoid that. Okay? And yeah, I'll see you there. All right? Thanks for watching.